Okay, family, go ahead on the tag and share. We are live. Go ahead on. Tag and share. Want to say good afternoon and once again, welcome to another Wake Up Wednesday. It's the Greg James Community Show right here on, that's right, 95.3 FM. Hallelujah. Listen, it's a power-packed show today, and basically you've already been reading about it. Women in business. As a matter of fact, African-American females are on the rise when it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to being creative, when it comes to them developing their own way to make it happen. And we're going to be talking with two amazing women today. Listen, this is what I need you to do. Those of you who are tuned into our platforms, go ahead on and tag and share. Let's get everybody into the Wednesday storm. That's what I'm going to call it, the Wednesday storm, because they're going to be blowing something your way that's really going to shift your whole life. It's going to shift your thinking, because they're going to tell you how they did it from the ground up. They're going to tell you about how an ideal became a reality, and then how they're empowering other women to do what they're doing and to let them know it can be done. So I'm excited about the opportunity to talk to amazing entrepreneurs right here in the city of Tallahassee that's doing some amazing things. Also, coming up in the show, we're going to pause for a moment to get a special hurricane alert update from none other than Leon County Emergency Management Director, Mr. Rivers. He's going to be talking to us real soon. So much is going on in and around our city. Everybody's bracing themselves. Let's keep the Tampa, the Fort Myers area, the Jacksonville area. Let's keep them in prayer. We want to keep Tallahassee in prayer and the surrounding areas, because truly we are in the midst of something that is life-changing. So we want to keep everybody in prayer. So much is happening in the news. I won't even get into what's happening in the news, but there's so much going on. I understand in the city of Quincy, the county of Gadsden, county commissioner stepped down because of an outfit that he wore to a Halloween party. It just happened to be a KKK outfit. Wow. I was telling somebody, how can you not remember? I remember when I was at Fairview High, and back in 1979, I wore a tuxedo with a pair of gym shorts. They told me I couldn't do it. I put the tuxedo pants on, but up under the pants, I had the gym shorts. And once I got on the float, guess what I did? I took off the pants and I had the gym shorts. So when we got in the middle of the set, I jumped off the float, jumped with gym shorts and a tuxedo, caught the whole crowd's attention. I'll never forget that. But listen, so much is going on. I wanted to give a big shout out to Leon County School Board. The new school board member from the high school is now part of that. Want to say good afternoon to Pastor Jenkins. Go ahead on tag share. Let's get everybody on. We got so much going on around our city. It's get out the vote. Big shout out to Thaddeus Bruce for taking it to the streets. That's right, him, great visionary, along with so many others, gathered on Sunday afternoon in the Texas Street area for a major empowerment day. So listen, we've got to do two things, ladies and gentlemen. One, we got to encourage people about voting, and two, we got to be able to do what? Take it to the street to get them employed. Stay right here, don't go nowhere. I'm coming right back, and we're going to dive into what's happening on today's broadcast. We want to say good afternoon to Montreal. Go ahead on tag share. Let's get everybody into the broadcast. It's going to be life-changing. You're going to hear some nuggets that have the potential to really shift your life. Get your pen, get your paper out, get ready to listen. And you're going to find out how my skin stays so pretty and how I stay so young. I'm letting y'all in on a major secret today. Okay? That's what it's all about. Keep it locked right here, 95.3. I'm Greg James. This is the Greg James Community Show. I'll be right back. Okay, so somebody laughing. Okay, so really and truly, hey, Hollis, listen, man, my skin stays pretty. And I'm going to let Felicia tell y'all how it's happening. She's right here. She got the products to show you, okay? She got them. And we're going to show you how it's happening. Also joining me is Miss Jennifer, who's at the Next Gen Gaming Center located on South Adams. We're going to talk about what they're doing. That's right, Hollis. I'm telling you, man, it's real. She's going to talk about what she's doing over at the gaming center. You know about Chuck E. Cheese, but you need to know about the Next Gen Gaming Center. It's right in our community, and I want to make sure that you know what's happening in our community. Okay, so y'all ready to make this happen?
We can see what's live right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Miss Carolyn, how are you? Go ahead on tag and share. Let's get everybody in. Yeah. Huh? Montreal, what's going on, man? Go ahead on tag share. Let's get everybody in today. It's an amazing show. It's amazing right here. It's amazing right here. Okay. All right, we are back, and guess what? It is the Greg James Community Show right here on Hallelujah 95.3 FM, and I'm talking with two of our entrepreneurs right here in the city of Tallahassee, and I'm going to give them an opportunity to guess what? Oh, wait, hold tight, wait a minute. Pause. We interrupt this program to bring you a special hurricane news update. That's right. We interrupt this program to bring you a special hurricane news update. And now joining us on the phone line is none other than the man himself, Mr. Kevin Peters. How are you, sir? No, man, thank you for taking time out to join us. I've got about 10,000 of our listeners tuned in, and I want to ask that you would just give us an update on what's needed, what's available, where people can go. What would you suggest we do? And just give us some insight. It's on you, Kevin. Take it away.
All right. Well, so Hurricane Ian is bearing down on the Florida Southwest coast right now. Sustained winds are about 155 miles an hour just offshore of Fort Myers and Punta Gorda, Florida. So if you have listeners or viewers that are in that area, anywhere in Southwest Florida, so basically Tampa to South Fort Myers, they need to be hunkered down and taking shelter right now and staying safe. It's not safe to get out and go somewhere. So if you're in South Florida in that area, shelter in place, stay safe. The storm's going to move across the central part of the state throughout the rest of the day tonight and throughout the day tomorrow, Thursday. It's going to move across, looks like it's going to come back into the Atlantic Ocean, somewhere around Daytona Beach. As the storm moves across the state, in addition to heavy winds, very strong winds, there's going to be a lot of heavy rainfall. Basically,
Okay.
Volunteer Florida, it's www.volunteerflorida.com. Let me start that again, www.volunteerflorida.org. They've already got some information on how to help Floridians recover from Hurricane Ian, and it's going to fall into three categories. There's information, just find out about the storm and what's happened. They will start posting opportunities to volunteer your time or your efforts to the recovery. And then there's also going to be a link to a donations portal. I would recommend all of your listeners to check that website there at volunteerflorida.org. Before they try and help, visit that website, because the needs in those impacted communities will make it to that website, and that will help your listeners best understand what's needed in the impacted communities so they can send the right stuff to the right people at the right time, and that's what's most important. I wouldn't advise folks to just hop in their car and just gather stuff and go immediately without checking that website first and finding out where the greatest needs are. That's a great resource from Volunteer Florida that can help communities impacted, not just from Ian, but any future hurricanes that could impact the state, whether it's South Florida again or here in Tallahassee. Volunteerflorida.org is a great resource.
Wow. Well, certainly want to thank you so much. I mean, at one point in one time, we were gearing up because we thought that we were in the direct path of Ian. And I wanted you to come on, and I'm grateful that you still came on to give us an update of what's going on. So therefore, listeners who are around that area, who got family members in that area, you all know what to do. Volunteer Florida website is the site that will keep you updated. And let's just pray for those who are in the line of the hurricane. Once again, Mr. Peters, listen, I want to thank you so much, because we were here on pins and needles at one point as we heard about what was going on. And as we can see, I guess the prayer warriors went to praying and there was a shift.
Yes, sir. And Pastor James, if I could give you one more website, to stay ready in Leon County, because just because Hurricane Ian has passed and is not a threat to us, I don't want any of your listeners to think that we're out of the woods. I think and I certainly know that the disasters can happen any time of the year. So to stay ready in Tallahassee and Leon County, I'd encourage everybody to visit this website, www.leonready.com, to get the latest information about emergencies that could happen here in Leon County. You can learn how to be prepared and get your own home ready for disasters. And that's a great resource to stay prepared for disasters here locally, year-round. And maybe we don't have to be so much on pins and needles if we're prepared and ready here at home. So again, that's readyleon.com.
Well, listen, thank you so much. Let's give it up for Mr. Calvin Peters, who's our Emergency Manager Director for Leon County, giving us an update on what's going on, not just in our county, but throughout the state as it comes to Hurricane Ian. Listen, I want you all to stay prayerful, and let's be ready to help those who perhaps will be impacted. And the way to do that is visit Florida website so that you can be a much needed resource through your efforts in doing what is needed to help those. So thank God for our special alert. Always want to keep all of our listeners engaged and informed about what's going on in and around our city. So thanks you once again, Mr. Peters, the Leon County Emergency Management Director, for bringing us that insight. Well, listen, let's take a big deep breath and let's get ready to hear it no other way, as they would say, than a woman's way. And joining me today, two amazing females, two amazing entrepreneurs. I was off camera talking with those who were watching us through our virtual platforms, telling them how I stayed so young. And we're going to let you in on a secret today. And you're going to get a chance to hear how I do it. Many of you ask how you stay so young. It's not exercising. It's these secret products that I have in my house that I use. So I'm going to tell you more about that. But joining us in the studio is none other than the two amazing young ladies, entrepreneurs. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves, starting with you, Miss Jennifer. Introduce yourself to our audience today.
Okay, my name is Jennifer. I'm the owner of Next Gen Gaming.
Next Gen Gaming. Tell us where that's located.
1326 South Adams Street.
Okay, you are in the new plaza that's over there by the barbecue guy, Big D.
Big D's, yeah.
Big D. Okay, that's what Big D Barbecue. You're in that plaza. Next Gen Gaming.
That is correct.
And we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about what you are doing in the Tallahassee area that's really making an impact with our young people and some adults as well. Because so much is going on with our young people, not a whole lot of activities, not a whole lot of things to do. But Next Gen can be the next place that they book to have all the fun they need.
Exactly. We offer birthday parties, special events. We do glow parties, tournaments. We do a little bit of everything that would involve the kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to dive more into that. And for those of you who are listening, I want you to go ahead on and put that on the screen. It's Next Gen Gaming. Coach Pittman, that's where you need to take all your football players one day. All right. Also joining us is another entrepreneur in this city. And I mean, she is an entrepreneur of a plethora of businesses. Why don't you introduce yourself to our audience?
Hello, and thank you for having me. Felicia Stanley, owner of Island Seafood, Yep She Can Network, Energy Body Lounge, and Network After Work Tally.
Okay, let's talk about this. Yep, she can.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Well, Yep She Can Network, I'll give you a little backstory on that. Many people know my husband as Yep We Can Promotion.
Right.
So we started that years ago, over 15 years ago, with that. And of course, as a wife and a supporter, I play a key element in Yep We Can Promotions. But it came to a place where I was like, yeah, but what is it that I want to do? Like, this is easy for me to do, help my husband with his vision and follow through with him and support him and be there. But what is it that I really want to do, that I have a passion for and that really makes me feel fulfilled? And I came up with the Yep She Can network. And it's kind of like, if he can do it, so can she. It really came from that, like a small competition, a healthy competition. Like, if he can do it, so can I. So it's like, if he can do it, so can she. So Yep She Can Network is a platform for females to be seen, heard, and celebrated. Because I don't think we get enough of celebration. I don't think we get enough of being in the forefront and being pointed out as that key role in the background to build others up when it comes to success and accomplishing things. So I thought that was something that was very important from my own experience. And not that I didn't get the support from my husband, it's just that people don't really understand the key role of the background players. So I thought it was very important for those to be highlighted, us women to be highlighted, so we can be more encouraged and be more forthcoming with what it is that we really want to do.
Wow. Well, listen, I tell you, yes, we can is being proven here today, because Jennifer, you moved here and Next Gen Gaming was not on your things to do list, was it?
No, I've been doing mobile phlebotomy for 15 years.
Okay.
And so I kind of got a little burned out doing it. And so I was, asking my kids, what's something good that I can start? And my oldest daughter, she was telling me, do like a gaming lounge, because that's real popular. It's a college town and it should be successful. So that's what I did. I just jumped head first into.
You knew nothing about it.
I couldn't even work a PlayStation 5.
Wow.
I had to learn all that. Yes, sir. So, yeah.
Okay. So I guess, yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, she can. Yes, she can.
Yes, she did.
And yes, she did. Okay. So this is what it's all about, women in business. And I think, Felicia, you said it. Yes, she can. Here is a perfect example of an ideal that came from your children.
Exactly.
And you didn't hesitate on it.
No.
You did the research.
And jumped head first.
Okay, tell us a little bit about Next Gen Gaming for those parents, those young adults who all know about Chuck E. Cheese and they rush there. But here's a young African-American female on the south side of town with a Next Gen Gaming business. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay.
Just what does it look like? I mean,
It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat actually. Like when you go through the doors on the left wall, it's the Oculus headsets, and then in the middle of the floor you got
what kind of headset?
the Oculus headset.
Okay, what that mean?
Virtual reality headset.
Okay, so when I put the headsets
Yeah.
on, everything is gonna come in.
Exactly. You can run into the wall. It's real cool. It's different types of games you can play. You have scaring, sports. There's even kiddie games that you can do on it. So it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. And that's actually one of our best sellers. It's the virtual reality headset.
And what time are you open?
Right now we're just open on Fridays and Saturdays. But on the 3rd of October, we're gonna start the after school program from 2 to 6. So the parents can drop their kids off, pick them back up from 2 to 6. We got them covered.
Is there a fee to that?
Yeah, it'll be it's like a monthly. If you could do it, however, if you want to do it once paid, bring your child once a day, a week, bi-weekly, monthly. It's just the price varies.
Okay, well listen, for those of you who are listening to the broadcast and you're trying to figure out what am I going to do to make sure my children are in a safe environment, an environment where I know that they are getting the attention that they need, being cared for, you can contact Jennifer at NextGen. How can they contact you, Jennifer?
Okay, they can reach me on Instagram, and that would be,
Can they call you?
yeah, they can call me,
Well, tell me how they can
850-333-7612.
850-333-7612. Somebody put that in the thread for me. Contact Jennifer at 850-333-7612. 7612 and find out about our after school program. Many of you are trying to figure out what can you do with your children, how can you put them in a safe environment. She's getting ready to launch, and I wanted to bring her on because I felt like you needed to know that within our community there's an African American female who has an amazing business that not only is the place designed for your kids to be a part of the gaming, but it's also a learning environment as well.
Yes, right.
And she's going to ensure that all of that happens. So, wow, don't go nowhere because I want to come back to you because I think there is something that our audience need to know when it comes to the opportunities that are available at NextGen Gaming. Birthday parties.
This Saturday, we're doing a parents' night off. So if they want to go out, hang out a little bit, they need some me time, they can bring the kids from 5 to 11 and we got them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
and that'll
wow.
be this Saturday.
Uh-oh.
This Saturday.
Y'all heard that? A parent's me time. Okay, Yvonne just put that on there. Thank you, Yvonne, for placing that there. A parent's me time. Go ahead on and put that in the thread. A parent's me time. If you want to bring your kids to NextGen and go on out and enjoy that evening, you got to come back at 11 now. It ain't overnight.
It's not overnight.
You got to come back. So, Felicia, hearing this, what does that say to you? Isn't that amazing?
I love it. I always love to hear it. If anyone personally knows me, they know I'm a big supporter. I don't care if I'm dabbling in the same career path or anything.
Right.
I just love to support. I love to see it. I love to provide resources. I love to connect. So congratulations to you. And thank you for trusting your kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
That's
Yeah.
amazing because sometimes we count them out.
Oh, no.
And it's not intentionally, but
Right,
sometimes all you gotta
right,
really do is ask a question and actually listen to the answer.
Listen.
So good for you and your family.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
See, this is how women do it. You are getting it firsthand. She said, congratulations. There was no jealousy. I don't even know what would have happened if I'd have had 2 men on the show. They'd have been like, I don't know, but certainly you all have just set a major milestone, because if we learn to congratulate and empower each other, then it makes our community better. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put you on the spot. How did it feel when she said you congratulations?
Amazing.
Oh.
Amazing. And can I tell her congratulations back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm going to get some of
Thank
your
you.
stuff.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Because it's good to know, because
Right.
now if someone comes around or they need to be referred to someone, hey, I'm wondering what I should do for my kids' 10th birthday. Mind you, my daughter's 10th birthday is in January. So that's a great idea to bring her
Right.
that because we have the Oculus headsets at home.
Right.
So she's already familiar
She's familiar with it.
that.
Exactly.
So that would be right up her alley because
Yeah.
she's never been to a gaming
Mhm.
location like that. So
Right.
look for us in January.
Okay.
For that. or
Okay.
whatever. So,
Okay,
yeah.
wow. Well, so wow, it's just amazing. And I think one of the things that has, and somebody just made a comment on that, how powerful that was. And I think that's what we don't do a whole lot of. And that's encouraging and congratulating
Yeah.
others who have business. Because we're really not in competition. We're in
Right.
cooperation.
Right.
Because when I bless you with well wishes, then that in turn send well wishes my way.
Wait,
Energy,
So-
transfer of energy.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So let's talk about just for a moment, because now you have been moving in the realm of entrepreneurship for a while now. I mean, I think about maybe 12 years. You look like you're about
Yeah.
15, but
That's the
Energy.
product.
That's the product.
Yeah.
but you've been moving in that space for a while now, and it's just been one business after the other. They've been evolving. So let's talk about what it all started with. I mean, I know you mentioned Yes We Can.
Yep, she can.
Yes You Can Network.
Mhm.
And after that started what?
Okay. After the Yep She Can network was created, the platform for that in itself allowed me to evolve more, make connections, get more experience, do more in the community with
Mhm.
that alone, just stay connected to my community. But it also helped me just evolve as a woman, a mother, and as a wife. And it made me look at myself like, wow, I accomplished this. Wow, as people coming out to my Queens with Dreams Women's Conference, because that's the first event that I did.
Absolutely.
My Queens with Dreams Women's Conference was the first event that I did, and everyone started following me from that because it was so impactful and it was something that wasn't being done around Tallahassee. So they wanted more and more and more of that, and it put me on the map in that sense. Like, okay, this is a person to watch. Like, I like what she's saying. I didn't even know I needed what she was saying and bringing it to the forefront, but she did. Now I want more of it. Let me tell my friends about it.
Wow.
And let me try to get into a space where I'm around this more often, the positivity, the uplifting, the educating me as well. And the self-love, expressing self-love and self-care. So that alone gave me a different sense of confidence coming from my husband. That's my number one supporter. It's just something different. When women connect, it's something very different because we can relate on a level that you and I could never relate on.
Right.
And it just is what it is when it comes to that. So that allowed me to look deeper in myself and say, how can I do more? How can I give more of myself? Because I love this feeling. I love serving. I've been a server all my life in different capacities,
Right.
but it came full circle as I got older and became more spiritually connected with life experiences and everything. But I said, okay, what is next that I could do that really helps me serve and make a difference
Wow.
when it comes to people? And that would be me tapping into holistic care and skin care and body care and wellness. I have a herb pantry at home. Like I'm big on natural homeopathic remedies and whatnot. And I grew up around it. My grandmother used to have a garden. She taught us how to sew and how to, cook and how to shell peas.
Wow.
So I grew up around this, and my mom as well. She taught us well. My two sisters,
Wow.
and she taught us well with that. So it's natural to me. And once again, it came full circle back around those same familiar things. So I started making products for my family and friends, hair growth.
Before you go there,
Okay.
before you go there, I want to say something that I felt like was so key. It was the teaching
Mhm.
of just what it really means to be a lady,
Yeah.
just the importance
Yeah.
of understanding the everyday things of
Everything.
life.
Yes.
And that has evolved. Let me ask both of you all this, because when we look at, God, I hope I don't get in trouble and lose our audience, but when we look at our young females today,
Mhm.
we've lost that touch.
Mhm.
What must we do, Jennifer, to bring them back in? I mean,
Oh. You want to take that one?
I don't mind because it's right up my alley.
Okay, what must we
Whatever.
do? I mean, because
Yes.
because I know that we see what we see.
Mhm. Well, the thing is, we have to understand what has been done and not been done to get to what do we need to do.
Okay.
It's always the root of anything. To understand anyone, you have to understand their past. So each individual person has a past.
Right.
Everyone didn't have a household and was fortunate enough like my household. My mom was the epitome of grace. She was the epitome of a mother, of teaching us things, not only verbally saying things that we should and should not do. She actually taught us by doing and not doing. You know, she gave us that. So with that being said, every household doesn't come from that, but I think everybody expects that to automatically be instilled in someone, to automatically expect them to come from a place where you should know better. You're old enough, or you're 30, you should know this.
But
if you're never taught something, you never know something.
Wow.
If you're not exposed to something, you can't expect someone to act in a certain manner when it comes to that. And yes, it is unfortunate that it's still 30 and sometimes 40-year-olds that have not been exposed or taught certain things due to their environment, due to the family they come from, that's stemmed with generational curses, full of dysfunction. Mental illnesses play a part in that. So instead of us judging people so much, we have to try to understand them.
Wow.
And start there.
Wow. And I think that's so key. And I think that Jennifer, your role now, even with the next gen gaming, gives you an opportunity as young people walk in, whether male or female, it gives you an opportunity to observe behavior. It gives you an opportunity to really love on them,
Nurture.
even as they were,
Nurture them.
as they were your own children. And I'm sure you've experienced some of that since you've been open.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And how did it make you feel?
Oh, I love it. I love children. If I could do a daycare or something to deal with just little kids, that's me all day. So me dealing with children, it was a plus. It's not like you working, you know, it's if you're doing something you love, it's not like you working. So yeah.
Wow. Well, that's what it's all about. Listen, I'm talking to two phenomenal women here, and I want you to go ahead on, those of you on our different, Lamont says great conversation. It is a great conversation, man, because what is happening here is that we are hearing from two women who are in business, who understand what it means to take an ideal, become inspired by that idea, and let that idea blossom into something that is transformational. So certainly that's an amazing equation that is before us. And these are amazing women who are in business. So tag, share, those of you who are listening. I guess I'll take some callers, 850-671. If you got a call for these young ladies, 850-671-1450. I want to talk now about one. First of all, let me say this, because this is what really moved me. There was a time last year I wanted to watch FAMU football. And I went to several of the different sports bars, and FAMU football was not on. And I raised Cain, and I ain't talking about sugar cane, but I raised Cain about it. And I used the same platform to call out all of those establishments where we go spend our dollars, but yet FAMU football was not on.
Not catering to us.
Not catering to us. Over at the Island. FAMU football was on every TV, every game at the Island.
Okay.
It just warmed my heart to see so many of us there watching the game, enjoying food from the Island. I reached out and said, I got to have you come on. You got to talk about that. You got to tell our listeners what's going on at the Island, how long it's been there, because I was just blown away with what I was able to see via Facebook. I saw the game, I saw community. Then I saw you hosting all of these women with their different vendor spots, empowering them. Talk a little bit about the Island first. Let our community know about what's happening. Where is it? And how can they come get seafood from the Islands?
Well, Island Seafood is located at 1019 North Monroe Street here in Tallahassee. We do takeout as well as dine in. We have a patio space. We even have an event space inside that a lot of people rent out for, whether it's baby showers, gender reveals, 50th birthday parties, kids' birthday parties. So you can rent it out to pretty much do whatever it is that you want to do on the other side. And a lot of people only know about our main side and the patio, but we have a full vendor space that's even bigger than our main side, that's connected to us as well. But
Wow. So 3 sections
Yeah.
to the island.
yeah, it's an island.
It's an
Yeah.
island.
Yeah.
3 sections to the island.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Okay, so wow. So how did the golly, I'm losing
Vision
my
for Island Steve
yes,
come
yes.
about?
How did that come about? Because yeah.
Okay, well, I love food for one. That's
Okay.
where my money goes on food. I love to eat good, and I love seafood. And we even when we had Play Sports Bar several years ago, when our lease ended there, less than a month later, and people didn't know it. Less than a month later, we had the location we had where we are now. We just didn't open until January 1st of last year, which was 2021. And we decided to make it a seafood restaurant. At Play, we had a restaurant on there, but it wasn't seafood. It was more so just wings, bar food, and everything. So we decided to go seafood. Everybody loves it. It's a big seller, and we had the location for it, and said, let's do it. You know, it's more to it than the club that we had with food included. This is a full-fledged restaurant. And so it was like, let's take on a challenge. One thing about my husband and I, we'll try some things. You know, it's either it works out or it doesn't, but we will try. At least we can check it out and say, we tried it, you know, when it comes to that. So instead of operating out of fear, we named all the reasons why we could do it. And I think our number one question was, why open in COVID? And it's like, why not? People still have to eat, you know, nonetheless. And we did open at a challenging time for everyone around the world. And we're just grateful that, you know, God allowed us to stay connected and still be able to have Island Seafood come and bless the community. But it is a place where we love to see the community gather under one roof and enjoy everything. Like your experience with the football games, we make sure that we cater to our community. You're a part of our community.
Wow.
Even Florida State, they come there on the backside. They bring the basketball team or whatever. They watch the game back there. So we cater to them as well.
Wow.
Everyone is a part of our community. We don't think of one as greater than the other. If you have a need and we're able to meet it, then we'll meet that need. But it's a grateful feeling to host events there. Shout out to Mercedes. That's our girl. She's been with us from day one with the Sipping Shop on Sunday. A lot of local entrepreneurs came out. They set up their products because we all need a starting point. And I think people forget that part. We all started somewhere. So Island Seafood, since we have the space, we use that as a space to encourage entrepreneurship. And that way this entrepreneurship can help create this generational wealth and just teach us about financial literacy as well. And the Network After Work Tally also takes place there.
Okay, so Sunday evenings, this networking of women, is that every Sunday?
This was the first time we
Okay.
did it. It could be something we look into. I think we may jump to every other Sunday
Okay.
right now, but it is something. It was a success. Everyone enjoyed it. Even the regular customers that come there to eat on Sunday,
They
it
were
gave
able
them
to.
something to come do while they
Wow.
wait on their food,
Okay,
you know, and
great.
everything. And so now it's like, okay, I kind of like this vibe. I like the environment. I can shop a little bit, enjoy, whether they're with the family, they finally get a break with the family, or they just want to come and just hang out. So I think it's something we'll go forward with because we love to see how it does bridge the community
Wow.
together.
Wow. Well, I mean, that's happening. That's Island Seafood is located once again where?
1019 North Monroe Street.
1019 North Monroe Street. Vancia, thank you so much. Vancia said thumbs up. She's loving it. So listen, let's talk now about this. I mean, you know, you talked about the fact that, you know, growing up, you was always around
Yeah.
herbs and
Yeah.
you started testing things on families and friends, turned into something major.
Yeah.
Talk about what's in front of us right now.
Well, this right here that's in front of us is my product line called Energy Body Lounge.
Energy.
Is energy without the R. It's
Okay.
my daughter. My daughter's name is Gianni, so it's her name backwards. It's just pronounced energy
Okay.
without the R to it, and it's like skin energy to help you look and feel good. That's what it's about internally and externally. So
Okay, so I gotta stop because now you know it's no secret now. It's out the bag. That's how I look and that's how I feel good.
Yes.
Okay, because I got the product.
Yes.
Okay, so The secret is out, and if you reach out to her today, you might get the discount for being a reach out customer today. Let's talk about all of the products that you got here today with the time that we've got.
Well, we offer something for the entire family. Let's make that very clear. It's vegan, no chemicals in it, no parabens included as well. This is all organic products made by myself and my daughter in the kitchen at home. This is what we do. But
what motivated you to do this? I mean,
a lifestyle.
Okay.
It's been a lifestyle that was instilled in us at an early age. My mom didn't play about our skin, didn't play about, looking any kind of way, just self-care in general. So it's been a lifestyle of mine forever. And I started making a few products just for family and friends. I was doing hair for a while, and God was really sending me alopecia clients. And I'm like,
who?
Clients with alopecia.
Okay.
That's the shaping of the hair, the thinning of the hair. They were coming in, and I'm like, this is kind of strange. And they all seem to have the same story. It was, I've always been ashamed to go in the salon and let other people see me get my hair done. And it literally was kind of scary because they literally, from different walks of life, don't know each other. They would come in with the same story, and they would come to me. And then they would come back saying, you have growing hands. I can finally get my hair braided down to get other styles. So I'm like, okay, God, you talking, I'm listening. I see what you really have going on. And I started really concocting hair oils to try to say, I'm like, okay, if this should stimulate growth, and this will cure this, and this is healing this. I started putting things together and trying out, and they began to work.
Wow.
And my family and friends began to request more and more. I'm like, okay, I'm on to something. Let me start being more educated. Let me do more testing on myself and the family around me that trust me and everything. And that's how I came to be. And I started broadening my products. So I went from the hair growth oil, which is our gold growth hair oil. I went from that, and I started doing actually the face products like the scrubs, the washes, the soap, which is our 4-step system right here. It comes with the face soap, the face scrub, even tone face scrub, the Skin on 10 glow oil, and this Sweetwater facial toner. It's a kit, and it's for sensitive skin, non-sensitive skin, acne, discoloration, hyperpigmentation, just rashes in your face. Some people suffer from different things, and that is for that. We have something for men as well. We have the beard oil, we have the body oil to match it. We have skin repair oil that's for kids or people with eczema, psoriasis, mosquito bites, everything under the sun. I have for that. I have hair butter. So it's something for the entire family to use, and that's all I use, my own products. I don't even buy any other products. That's how much I trust it. And I've sold over 300 products, and I haven't even went live on my website yet, and that speaks volumes because that's just word of mouth and referrals for this short period of time, and it hasn't even been a year.
Well, I mean, it's obvious that there are some listeners who have been subscribed, and Mike Court says powerful insight and encouragement. Tanya Baker says it smells good.
Yes,
she got a lot of hearts behind it.
Tanya is one of my she's one of my biggest supporters. I'm grateful for you, Tanya.
Wow.
Shout out to her. But yeah, she purchases my product as well, and they come back. They keep coming back. This is what all the employees at Island Seafood, they purchase all the products, and this is all they use for problems with their skin they thought wasn't curable. Doctors, even dermatologists, telling them you can't put this on, can't do this, or it's uncurable. My products have actually helped heal them.
Wow. Well, I think one of the things that makes it so amazing, Felicia, and I'm sure Jennifer will agree with me, is that when God has given you a insight and kind of like the Spirit has moved you to go forth, then the hand of God is at work moving in the products that you have designed. Now, one of the things about your product is that you have a male salesperson that sold me on the product.
Yeah. Kelsey, shout out to Kelsey. And my husband, was he the one who
your husband was the one who sold me on the product.
Because Kelsey, he runs our restaurant for us, and he will, smell
I mean, I was like, okay, well, I'm all in. Now, how does it work? And he was able to take me step by step through the product. And so shouts out to him for that. So how can people get in contact with you if somebody want to know how do they get in contact with you for the product?
You can follow my page, Energy Body Lounge, INAIG.
INIAG. Somebody put that in the thread for me. INAIG. AIG. Follow that
Body
page.
Lounge
Body
on
Lounge.
social media, on Facebook or Instagram. My website isn't up yet. It will be up within the next 2 weeks, and I do plan on participating in Black Friday, so that's going to be huge for me. So I'm getting prepared for that. But you can reach out to me. You can inbox me. You can even text me at I have it memorized. Let me tell you my phone number, my business number. I can't get it personal. But my business number is 904-364-4474. You can reach me on that. And I keep products at the restaurant as well. So for our local customers who want to drop in and say, hey, I want to purchase the product, you're welcome to drop in during our business hours and pick up product there as well. I ship all the time, all throughout the US. I do shipping all the time. So you can purchase, you can even put in customized orders and say, hey, this is what's going on with my skin. What do you suggest? You can ask any questions. Once again, this is for the entire family. Everyone in the family can use it. So no one is out when it comes to that. But give me a call. I got you. Ask me any questions.
Make it happen. So listen, I'll tell you, this is what it's all about. When you're talking about women moving forward, you're talking about taking a dream and moving forward with that dream, not allowing distractions nor any disruption to stop you from moving it forward. You're listening to two young ladies who took an ideal one based off of how they were just brought up, being around herds, and another just taking the idea of her children and stepping forward. And both of these businesses, I don't think have been a year old. Has it been a year for you with the product? How long?
Not at all. It's been probably 8 months for my energy. Yeah.
How long for the gaming business?
About 5 months.
5 months. Wow. So listen, this is what it's all about. Once again, it is Miss Felicia and Miss Jennifer. Miss Jennifer is the owner of Next Gen Gaming, which is located on
1326 South Adams Street.
And tell our listeners, coming to the gaming center, the gaming place, what kind of experience can they look for?
Something different, something new, something fresh. Not only do we have the virtual reality headsets, we also have the PlayStation 5s. And, that's hard to find in the store. So most people come in and they play the PlayStation 5s because they can't find it. And then we have the Nintendo Switches. The older gentlemen come in and play the Nintendo Switches. We got a large range of people that come in.
Wow.
It's not just little kids. We got older gentlemen.
Entire family.
Yeah.
Wow.
Teenage, college kids. So it's a broad range. Yeah.
But I want to say this because I just happened to be in that plaza one day, and ladies and gentlemen, I will confess I was just being nosy because it was closing down and there were some businesses that were closing. So I wanted to see what was coming in, and I walked in, and I think I met you for the very first time. And I was just blown away with what I saw. And I said to her then, I want to get you on the show.
Yep.
And I'm sure, no doubt, she probably said, oh, he's just talking because he hadn't followed back up. And we missed each other here and there. But then I ran for office. And, after that was over, we connected again. And I wanted to make that happen because I feel like for those of you who are in our community, you've got to know what's in our community. You got to know who's in our community, and you got to know what they're doing to invest in our children. And I just believe that you don't have to drive all the way to Monroe Street. I think you can just come on to South Adams, patronize an African-American female who took her daughter's idea and ran with it. And look what it has become.
Yeah.
And so far, you've had opportunities to have some groups come in.
Groups of we even do mentors, like the guys that mentor the kids here in Tallahassee.
Mm-hmm.
We've got several groups come in, birthday parties, of course, team building. We have some businesses that come in that has came in and did the team building. So we're all over the map.
Okay.
We do a little bit of everything.
But this is what I want to challenge all of our faith leaders, all of our nonprofits. Listen, it's a great opportunity for you to take your youth out on Saturday or Friday evening. It's a great opportunity for you to put them all in one place and let them enjoy it. But the greatest opportunity of all is the fact that you're now investing into a African-American minority female business who just took the idea of her daughter and embraced it. And now she has what can really become, I want to say, a safe haven
It is.
for our children. And I really want to applaud you, and I want to thank you so much for, first of all, taking and hearing, not just listening, but hearing and then heeding what your daughter was saying, because our children know if we just listen to them.
Yeah.
And a way of keeping our young kids out of the streets and in a safe environment, it's happening right at Next Gen on South Adams. It's open on Fridays and Saturdays, but coming soon, next week, the hours are going to be more.
Yeah,
And,
after school program.
After school programs and everything. All right, Jennifer Young, thank you so much for joining. Jennifer says Felicia is the GOAT.
That's yeah.
Another young, that's another young.
Make the cake.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Jennifer. Okay, guys.
That's another young
Jennifer.
woman in business.
Yeah.
Yeah, she makes the cakes.
Yes, Jesus.
The cakes we sold.
TC, that's TC Bakery.
That's her.
That's her.
We
Yeah.
also have TC Bakery at Island Seafood, so she does our desserts as well. We partner with her. We connected
Yes.
same way you run into someone's establishment to support them. Sometimes you make bigger connections.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And her cakes are inside of Island Seafood.
Amazing.
You know what? Her cakes are somewhere else. And I can't think. I went into this establishment. It was a white establishment. I went in there and I saw them there.
Red Eye has
Yeah,
them.
that's it.
Right.
Red Eye.
Red Eye. They have.
Yeah,
I would track
absolutely.
them down.
Yeah.
I would call them like, "Hey,
Yeah.
TC Bakery cakes
Absolutely.
still there?"
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Red Eye.
I track them down.
So really, congratulations to another African American young woman who took a leap of faith,
That's
left her
right.
job,
Yeah.
and went all in for the baking. So
That's what
shouts
it's
out to
about.
her.
I think a lot of us operate out of fear,
Mhm.
and it hinders us, and it blocks our blessings and our
Yeah.
growth and everything. But we have to get confidence within ourselves and from God, and get the okay from God, the reassurance from God, and not worry about other people, because everyone is not going to believe in you. They're not going to see your vision. They don't have to see your vision. You just have to feel it and know it. And
Know
once
it.
God gives that okay, then it's going to be
Green
okay.
light.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
Wow, she said, I'm humble. Thank you. Hey, we
Yeah.
thank you so much for doing what you're doing. And certainly, I want to say thank God for the both of you. And there's so many women that we can be celebrating. And I think today's show has really given us the opportunity to encourage some others who are sitting on their visions and sitting on their ideals. But I think hearing from you all today has really encouraged them to know that, hey, I can do it.
Yeah.
I heard Jennifer talk about how she did it. I heard
Yeah.
Felicia talk about how she did it. And look at how it has evolved. Here it is. One of the things that I really want to commend you for is the networking opportunity that you're providing.
Mhm.
And I think you are just in a place to whereby the more you can bless others, the more you can see God blessing you.
And that's how I see it. And that's actually exactly what I say all the time. That's one of those things. Another thing that was instilled in us to serve people, help people in spite of, do what you can for others, and your blessings will come back around to you. So everything that I do is intentional and it's strategically,
Wow.
and it caters to serving other people.
And that's the key.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, I heard somebody say that if you really want to see how big you are, let me see how low you can go in the work of service.
Right.
And many times our service does not give us a lot of times the financial reward we're looking for, but it fills us up on the inside. And we know sooner or later,
Mhm.
God's going to give us what we really need, not what we want, but what we need. And he does that. Listen, I want to thank you all so much today for joining me. It's been an amazing broadcast. I think you blessed so many women who have listened to this broadcast. I'm looking at some of the comments. I had one of the comments say they've gotten inspired. So that means
Good.
your words today have given hope to women and men to be able to say, I can do it.
Mhm.
And to be able to hear you just take the idea of your daughter. And I think to hear Felicia look at you and just say congratulations.
That's the
So heartfelt.
That's the goal right here.
And to hear you talk about how, you know, together you and your husband work to complement each other
Yeah.
in the work that you're doing, and how you just moved on what God was doing, and here you are with the line of products. And I'm grateful that I'm hopefully the first to even bring you to the table to just display it.
Word.
I
So
am.
thank you for that.
Yeah.
This is history.
Yeah,
Mark
this
my words on today's date. This is history.
Amen. It is.
Yes.
So I'm thankful for you because I just appreciate all that you all are doing. And the thing that I appreciated the most was when I was able to see on social media how so many people were in the restaurant enjoying, having a wonderful time. And that's what we've got to start doing. We've got to start supporting
You have to.
each
Yes,
other. We
yes,
got to start supporting each other. And we've got to know that when we help each other, we're helping ourselves. Listen,
Yeah.
this has been the Greg James Community Show. Once again, tell them how to get in contact with you.
Energy Body Lounge. You can contact me on Facebook. You can contact me on Instagram. My phone number is 904-364-4474. I will answer any of your questions, concerns, customization requests. All of your questions is something for the entire family. So reach out to me. I have products that I keep at the restaurant, Island Seafood, 1019 North Monroe as well, for local pickup. But just give me a call, reach out. You won't be disappointed.
That's right. I'm going to call her the Skin Queen. She's the Skin Queen. All
I'll
right.
take it.
All right. Tell them how to get in contact with you, Jennifer.
Okay. So I'm on Instagram, IG NextGen_. Let me see. IG NextGen_Gaming_LLC. I'm on TikTok at NextGen Gaming LLC, and then Facebook, of course, NextGen Gaming LLC, and then my phone number is 850-333-7612.
Wow. Hey, listen, the ladies are just congratulating you all. Thank you, Pamela.
Yes.
And that's what it's all about. Listen, until next week, listen, y'all be safe. Let's pray for the families that are in line with the storm. Let's check on each other. And remember, take time out. Congratulate somebody for what they're doing. And guess what? It's coming back to you. This has been Greg James. And I want to say to you, have an amazing weekend and be blessed.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
for having me.
Hey, family, listen, this is what I want you to do. Hey, Miss Pat, listen, those of you who want to find out more information about the products from Miss Felicia, just type in the thread, I want more information. Those of you who want to know more about the gaming and how you can reserve for your children, your parties to get there, just say information, just put it in the thread and I have someone to get in touch with you all. Listen, love you so much. Be safe. Must support. Hey, Pastor Derek, absolutely. We must support Black businesses. I mean, if we're going to see our community thrive, then we got to start spending our dollars with Black businesses. We can't take our dollars out of the community and spend them in communities where there's no more investment coming back to our communities. So that's what we've got to do. All right. I love you all so much. Be safe. And remember now, we need each other. All right.